Good morning, Bulldog Nation. Welcome to our next Coach's Corner here on GoRedlands.com. I'm Lance Franny, Sports Information Director here at the University of Redlands. And joining me here on the Bulldog Sports Network is head men's and women's tennis coach, Pete Yellico. Pete, thanks for joining me today.
You're welcome. How's everything going?
Yeah, things are going great. Happy to see you here during the summer. That's kind of my first question for you. What have you been up to? Have you been able to relax a little bit?
Yeah, so just been playing some tennis, obviously recruiting a little bit, going to various tournaments throughout the Northwest and even down in Southern California. So it's been busy, but also been able to relax and not the duties of being on the court and being stressed out when we're coaching.
Okay, now the big question for you, do you prefer being down here or up there in the Pacific Northwest?
Oh, definitely down in SoCal, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, being a new coach here at the University of Redlands, showing up right before the season started, how did you get the team to buy in right away and play at such a high level? What did you want to bring to the court for this program?
Yeah, obviously timing was a little tricky, but I think laying out my expectations for the programs, communicating those with the teams the first day of practice definitely helped the buy-in. I think maybe redefining the culture and identifying some short and long-term goals was also key. I think those are the two main points for sure.
Okay. And you definitely brought a lot to the court this season, especially being a leader for this program. How would your players describe you as a leader, and kind of what's your leadership coaching style like?
I'll answer the first part of that. I think players would probably describe me as definitely very passionate, enthusiastic about tennis and just coaching in general. I definitely love the game. I love to compete. They will definitely tell you that. So bring a lot of competition to practice, some of those things. I'm definitely a player's coach, and I'm big on transparency, along with being honest about and realistic about things that we need to improve on, and applauding the things that we're doing well. So I would say that's my coaching style.
Okay. Now, this past season, you accomplished an incredible feat, seeing the women earn a spot in the NCAA Division III National Championships, at the same time picking up an upset win over Trinity, one of the number of upsets that your program had on the season. Now, talk to me about that experience for you and the team to be able to travel to Texas.
Yeah, heading to NCAAs was actually a new experience for all of us. For Jake and I as a coaching staff. I think the team was unranked upon my arrival. I don't know if there was preseason polls or anything like that, and there were only a few women that had really college tennis experience. So I think all of it was just a new kind of atmosphere, and we kind of went into the NCAAs as an underdog, but we went in ranked lower than Trinity, and then ended up being an epic battle. Kendall was down match points, ended up coming back, and two of the seniors clinched the match. It was kind of the icing on the cake. I think it was just an incredible experience for the team, and I'm really just happy that the team overall was able to experience it together, because I think forever they're kind of bonded, and it was an epic match for sure. Definitely extremely stressful in the moment to be a part of, but at the end to get the W is pretty cool.
Yeah, now here at the University of Redlands, we've had some incredible coaches here with Ducey, the Verdicts. You've also had Jeff Roach, and now you. Amazing coaching staffs here in place. But what have you really liked about coaching two programs, both of which earned national rankings throughout the season and had some all-sky performers?
Yeah, definitely huge shoes to fill, no doubt. But it's been a lot of fun coaching both teams. I really enjoyed kind of integrating practices with the men and the women. I believed it helped the culture, and I talked about redefining a little bit earlier. And just of the entire tennis program, it wasn't necessarily for the men and the women. It was just get the tennis program culture to have a collective buy-in was really important to me. And it's really cool to have people being named all SIAC. I think that's a great honor, and it was just they get all the credit. It was a testament to their hard work for sure.
Of course. Now, what's your vision for this program moving forward now that you've completed your first year?
Yeah, I think going forward is maybe taking control of the conference on both sides if we can. CMS and Pomona's obviously had a lock on it for a while. Obviously it'd be win the SIAC, and then I think if we're winning the SIAC, then I think we're in the national title conversation. And obviously the ultimate goal is to bring that thing home. So
taking those baby steps,
Yeah,
keep
exactly.
Getting after it. And that kind of takes me into the next question, which is about recruiting. And, what have you been able to do over the summer and this past offseason with recruiting? What have been those steps for you?
Yeah, I mean, recruiting is a full-time year-round process, so going to tournaments, reaching out to kids that are interested, and responding to all the emails that we get and all that stuff, and just staying on top of it, and trying to be as organized and basically targeting some student athletes is the best way to describe how I've attacked it, really.
Yeah, and just bringing in those right fit kids for the University of Redlands.
Definitely. Yeah, I think finding the fit is important. Obviously we're a great university, and D3, we have to have the grades and all that stuff. And yeah, it's definitely important to fit the mold of the culture for sure.
Of course. Now, what differentiates the University of Redlands to other like institutions? You're coming from the Northwest Conference, Pacific University. What drew you to coach here at the U of R?
Yeah, it's funny. I answered this question in actually the interview process too. And I kind of turned it around. I was like, well, why'd you guys choose Redlands? And the sunshine, the support from the university, from all the way from the top to the athletic director, Steven, sports information, everything, the support in the community is second to none. And it's been an honor and a privilege to be coaching at Redlands. And yeah, I mean, sunshine all the time. Being in the SIAC, one of the toughest conferences in the country, and just having great tennis is definitely my biggest reason as to why I wanted to come down.
Of course. Now, the last part of the interview I have with you, just asking some little questions here, just to get to know you as a new coach here at the University of Redlands. So the first thing that comes to your mind when I ask you these questions, okay?
Yeah.
Cool. First one, what's your favorite food?
Sushi.
Sushi. Okay. Anything specific or all sushi?
So I really like albacore tuna, and the belly, the albacore tuna belly. It's real good.
Okay. And is that something you've always enjoyed, or we know in your past you were in the military? Is that something you picked up then?
Yeah, it is actually. Yeah, traveling the world, and sushi was. I actually was completely. I didn't even know what sushi was. In fact, my mentor at the time joked and told me that the wasabi was guacamole, and I tried it, and then I my mouth burned for a while.
Oh, that's a good story. Do you have a favorite hobby?
I gotta say tennis. I mean, I'm always on the court. I love to play. I love to watch.
Okay.
I know that's pretty cliche, but that's the first thing that comes to my mind. So
yeah, nothing outside like hiking or nothing like that. No, just
I don't know. If I'm walking and running for a ball, or I'm I'm doing anything that active, I'm wanting to play tennis for sure.
Okay, so tennis, perfect. Okay, how about a favorite movie or a genre? Anything you enjoy watching?
First one that comes to mind is Forrest Gump. Great film.
Yeah. Okay, that's a classic. Like it. Okay, how about music genre? Anything that kind of gets you pumped up for the day?
So I love all music. I don't really have any. It, I guess, depends on the mood, but first band that popped in my head was Fleetwood Mac.
Fleetwood Mac. Okay, cool.
So.
And then last one for you, if there's one place in the world you would love to go, I mean, granted in the military, you traveled all around the world, so you've been to a number of places, but where would you like to go? Somewhere you've never been?
Yeah, probably New Zealand in like in the spring, summer months.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd really like to check that out. I haven't been to New Zealand yet, so.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Pete, that's all the time we have for you today for our next Coach's Corner. I want to thank you so much for joining me here on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Cool. Thanks so much, Lance.
Continue to follow GoRedlands.com as we continue with our next Coach's Corner series next week. Once again, I'm Lance Franey, joined by Pete Yellico. Go Dogs.